let's go straight into our applications process. Today, we are looking at the Assistant Director Planning. I'm just going to pick up a highlighter quickly here for all of us. So this is under the Department of Tourism. And remember, again, I will take positions that have already closed. And just to guide us, guys, if you find something similar, please just remember to always come here to refer. One thing that stands out, and I just want to give kudos to my colleagues here, is that you are sending your applications via email. So guys, I would say if you have an opportunity, okay, let's just change that. Let's get something nice, like a green color. I love color green. Okay, so what stands out for me is that recruitment, you are sending it via email, and there's an instruction there, maximum size of 5 megabytes. So please take note of that. Guys, I would say in any opportunity, if you have an opportunity to either email your documents or post your documents, always email your documents. Don't do it twice. Just email your documents, okay? Just make sure you're using the correct email address. Why I prefer this method, guys, is because today, all of us, we are using our cell phones, and it's just better to just have an audit trail. You know what you sent by when, and whenever you're just referring to your sent items, it's always there. Nobody will ever take it away from your outbox, all right? Always take note, guys, of the closing date. This one specifically says it's closing on the 22nd of October at 16:30. And it's telling you there that late applications will not be considered. So take note of the closing time. So sometimes when it's the 22nd of October, I know it's easy for me to say, oh, okay, by midnight. This one is specific 16:30. Okay, so it considered business times. Z83, as discussed before, you must complete in this one. Very important. Please always sign your Z83. An unsigned Z83, guys, it's generally not accepted. So you must sign it, okay? Accompanied by all required documents. Let's have a look. They say uncertified copies will be accepted when submitting your application, but candidates invited to interviews must ensure they bring along certified copies. I really like this. I think this department is really doing it nicely, because it takes a lot of time trying to certify your documents, guys, even before the interview, you know, just when you're applying. So I think it's only fair that only those people that have been shortlisted will be required to certify their documents, or they will be verified. So they're also saying that candidates invited to interviews must ensure they bring along their certified copies. So that's when they will require your certified copies on the date of the interview, should you be shortlisted. So if the advertisement is telling you that do not certify, please do not certify. Okay, takes a lot of time trying to get a commissioner of oaths. So here it's just helping you to avoid spending that time in those queues. All right, guys. Identity document, proof of citizenship or permanent resident, if not an RSA citizen, required. So that's very clear. A comprehensive CV, including 3 contactable referees. Guys, if there are not 3, you will be disqualified. There must be 3 references. Please, please, please. I know that the approach that we use is slightly different to private sector. Private sector, you do a nice summary about who you are and they shortlist you. If they want to contact your references, then you give them the references. In our case, guys, when we say give us 3 contactable, please include 3 contactable references. Don't say, I will give them if they shortlist me. If this is not there, nope, it's a disqualification, okay? It is the applicant's responsibility to have foreign qualifications evaluated. What means this, guys, is that if perhaps you are from Swaziland and this position is open to those that are permanent residents or have got a proof of citizenship, you have to make sure that SAQA has accredited your, maybe accreditation is not the correct word, but that they've certified that your outcomes in Swaziland, they are equivalent to this qualification in South Africa. So very, very important that you've got that certification. All instructions on the application form and this advert must be adhered to. Failure to comply with these requirements will result in a candidate being disqualified. So what this means basically, guys, is that all instructions, not some, all instructions must be complied. Very, very important. And this is why I just prefer that you get organized on your site, have a bit of a checklist where you're making sure you know, number one, which post you have applied for. And I know sometimes you do get into a desperate situation where you are just sending and, all over haphazardly. Guys, get organized. It's very, very important. I did mention in our previous episodes that you must be able to read, guys. You must be organized. It just assists you and it just reflects better on you when you are a little bit organized. Okay. All right. Correspondence will be limited to shortlisted candidates. Guys, unfortunately, sometimes we get more than 1,000 CVs, especially for entry positions. On this position, we might get a few hundred CVs that can come in. It's not common to get 1,000 CVs at an assistant director level. So we will only communicate with those people that have been shortlisted. But we do generally indicate the turnaround time to say if you have not received communications within 3 months, assume that you were unsuccessful. So in this case, maybe it will mention on the next page. There we go. There it goes. It says, if you have not been contacted within 3 months of the closing date of this advert, please accept that your application was unsuccessful. So what I would do if I'm you and having a career planning, I'll put a listing of all the posts that I've advertised for. I'll put the closing date and I'll put again the 3 months timeline. So meaning on my calendar, I know that once this post exceeds this timeline and I've not been contacted, it means I was unsuccessful. And then you can start to plan again your application strategy, guys. It's about planning. And you can see this is an assistant director or assistant manager. So here we are looking at supervisory, second level of supervisory, guys. So this is someone who's really planning or preparing their career towards being in middle management. So it's a very, very critical role. Shortlisted candidates will be subjected to screening and security vetting to determine the suitability of a person of employment. I love this process. I really love this process because I had no idea what happens here. Let me tell you, my goodness. If you are like me, if you're anything like me and you watch any of the American movies, when this part happens in your career, when you work in government, gosh, you are going to enjoy yourself because it is a lot of fun, lots of fun. So guys, please get ready to be subjected to screening and security vetting. I can tell you, like, if you really love anything about governance, about compliance, and you watch any of the movies, American or any of the series, you really are going to enjoy this. It is as it is in the movies. I can't divulge anything more. I don't want to be in trouble with the state security, but it is like it is in the movies, if not worse. And it is so much fun. And it just actually made me to, it's one of those things that I felt like I could tell everybody that can stand on the podium and say, oh my God, we've got this in my country too. So unfortunately, guys, I can only go so far here, but let me tell you, you are going to love it. And it's actually just going to make you respect our government processes even better. So I totally enjoyed that process because nobody told me about it. And I think it's intentional that nobody like tells you everything that's going to happen, the questions, the checks, and nobody tells you, and I'm not going to tell you. So anyway, I'm having fun. Okay. Shortlisted candidates may further be subjected to a job-related test. So guys, obviously, depending on the type of tasks or job that you've applied for, there might be tests that are required. So please just prepare yourself for this position in case that does come up. All right.